I have to say, Git has been a huge success story, and by now, if you're a developer, I mean, you tend to be using Git. I mean, and the interesting part is, it's true, it's definitely not just the Linux kernel, but it's outside Linux too. It's Windows, it's Mac, everybody's using Git. And it's interesting just because looking back, people used to complain so loudly about all the horrible user interface issues. And some of them were horrible user interface issues, don't get me wrong. I mean, there were warts there. At the same time, some of those warts were not actually warts. They were the design, and people had complained endlessly about it. And 5 years went past, and people stopped complaining and started realizing that, hey, this whole rename thing actually works so much better than it worked in any other SCM, or the whole, okay, git blame is kind of slow and odd, but wow, it actually follows the code to other files and things like that. It's been interesting seeing how it's not just that people have started using Git, it's that people have started realizing the whole point of distributed and the Git model of distributed systems. I think GitHub has been hugely important. The fact that you have an easy way to do hosting is just enormously important for an SCM. And Git made it easy. Right? Git made it technically fairly easy to do that kind of hosting in a way that pretty much any centralized system did not do. But it's still kudos to GitHub, who has been, as a company, one of the driving forces making Git popular. And very much I'd like to say, I mean, Junio, it's interesting. One of the things I personally consider most important when it comes to technical people is this notion of taste. And the reason I gave Git off to Junio is it took me not even months, it took me like weeks to realize, okay, this guy has taste. And he's shown it ever since. So I mean, I designed the kind of basics and the rules for how Git would work, but all the actual work has been Junio and a lot of other people, obviously, too.
One of your kids comes to you and says, "Daddy, I want to be a kernel hacker." What are you going to say to them?
I'm going to say, hallelujah, because it's not going to happen, right? I have never pushed I want my kids to get an education, and my wife claims I push them, but I have never pushed them into computer science. And I kind of hoped, because I think it's a great education, I think it's a great way to get a job, I think it's just a wonderful area to be in, so I hope that they decide to look at it. But so far, there is absolutely zero interest, and I don't see it happening. So, yeah, I'd love for them to be kernel developers, but I may have to adopt.